don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm stuck between knowing better, as in, no, I think I'm stuck between what I think is an inevitable wisdom of hindsight thing that's coming along the road at some point that isn't necessarily about me ending up in residential treatment and thinking I should have done this all along. I don't think that's an inevitable outcome, but I feel like some of the decisions that I'm making, because I'm recording them, they're I'm sort of aware of how they may sound to me and to us and to maybe to other people months along the line, and thinking, well, kind of obviously I should have just done X, but I still don't want to do it. Like there's a lot of, yeah, but I don't want to. And that was my initial response to the idea of involving an eating disorder specialist in some way as some kind of oversight, or, you know, working with both them and you at the same time. And my initial response is I don't want to. I'm comfortable with you. I trust you. We've been working together for years, and I don't want to lose that because I like it. But then I can hear future me kind of going, like, you know, I don't know. Any
Can I
thoughts?
respond to that or not?
Yeah, I'm expecting this morning's call to be a fair bit of dialogue, because I've written this list just for anyone that's watching this, that is just my thoughts as I woke up this morning. And I think the point of the list is that there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not doing a very good job of processing sensibly, and I don't know what the right thing to do in a lot of areas is. So really what I need is your help working out what the right thing to do is.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So just to summarise back what I think I'm hearing you say so far, is that having watched the TEDx video, which referred to a treatment in California, residential, that lasts a period of months, let's say 6 months, and costs, well,
a fortune.
The video, $1,200 a day, so it's expensive, but could well be the solution, because it seems to be successful. And we talked a little bit about that before we ended the conversation for the evening, and you've woken up thinking that sort of a rational reason perhaps for giving that a try, especially since I can afford it. But you're saying I don't want to, and I don't want to because what's happening now is working to a degree, and you like it and are comfortable with it and you trust it. So it's a kind of trade-off in your head just at the moment between the logic of going to California for the treatment, and it may well be the one thing you need to do to be truly better, as was explained on the video, or and not liking that and not wanting to do it and being resistant to it, but it works, versus staying with what you're used to and you trust and you enjoy, but has been going for over a year and still hasn't worked fully. It hasn't got you to the place you want to be. And so that presumably is what's going on in your head. Go for the cold, rational logic that you don't want as a solution, and continue with what you do want and enjoy and trust, but actually isn't becoming a potential quick fix. And given you've had this disorder for pretty much all your conscious life, investing 7 months to get something completely sorted does sound like a quick fix. So that's where I think you are. Is that right?
Kind of, but it's further than that, because
okay. Off you go.
When I watched that video, I didn't register the residential idea. I didn't think it applied to me. I thought it applied to someone else. I didn't even vaguely consider it as an option until you suggested it might be an option. And I think that is what I'm realizing, is that now that we're recording this, I feel like I have to put what I'm saying and how I'm acting under a microscope in a way that I haven't before. And whereas, like, we know I'm very, very good at rationalizing. And so my initial response to the video, the TED Talk, was that, like, to not even consider residential as applying to me. But then everything, the entire description that the lady giving the talk had of eating disorders, and the ones that are really concerning are the ones where the person is high functioning and nobody really knows what's going on, and it plagues their thoughts all day, every day. It's the first thing they think about when they wake up in the morning. And a lot of my behaviours yesterday and the way I interact with her, like, it was like she was literally describing my life. So the logical, rational side of me is thinking, come on, look at the facts. She's just described you like she knows you, like she's a fly on the wall in your life. And you then said maybe that would be the quick fix. And in my mind, 7 months is a quick fix. And I have the money to do it. And every part of me wants to say, no, it's not necessary. That's not for me. It's no, it's overkill. It's ridiculous. This is working. But isn't that what I've done my whole life? And I literally don't know where to go with any of that. Where I want to go is to not even consider it, because I don't want to do that. But I also don't want to turn off my calorie deficit. I want to lose more weight. Well, that's another thing that I feel like there's almost an inevitable point in the future when I'm gonna look back on wanting to try and fix everything that's going on while still maintaining a calorie deficit, and just look at past me and go, come on, what were you thinking? But I still don't want to stop. I want to keep going as I am, because I don't even know, there's 100 becauses. I'm scared of giving that up. I don't know.
Okay, can I just ask you to go through what it is that's making you reject the Californian option? I can hear very strongly you don't want to do it, but I don't know your reasons.
I'm not sure I know my reasons. My past reasons would have been a lot around the fact that if I did that, then I would either have to lie to anyone who wanted to know where I was, or I would have to be open about it. And I think maybe some of it is a kind of, it's that, except that I'm now choosing to disclose all of this stuff. So that reason isn't valid anymore, but it's like it still drives the visceral I don't want to. I think there's a...
So can I chip in on just that one and say, if in the next fortnight you actually publish something on YouTube that makes it live, so it is open, and anybody who sees the video can, I don't know, contact you or leave a message on the YouTube channel, and if it were then actually live and open, would that actually mean you couldn't use that excuse? Because we're projecting it at the moment. It's still not real. If it were in a fortnight to be real, you couldn't use that argument.
Well, so here's the dialogue around YouTube in my head. I said 2 days ago, I think, that I can't imagine going back on wanting to be open and honest about this stuff. There's now a dialogue in my head that is trying to weasel in ways to make it less open. So maybe I can publish it on YouTube, but unlisted, so people can only see the videos if I give them the link. They can't search for them. And I don't have a good reason for that. It's just, I'm scared. I'm scared of sharing it. And that is because I think yesterday was the first day in this process since we started that I've felt like I wasn't in the driving seat. Like, my food behaviours were running the old pattern, I was running the old pattern, and suddenly there's a part of me that is a lot less secure about sharing it. But again, that is the whole damn point. And then the cycle in my head goes, I know logically that there's been this huge power in sharing all of this, and that is a reason to keep doing it. Like, to not think about the fear and to just do it, and kind of not give it the thought time to sow doubt. Just do it, because it's like I have to set the logic and follow it blindly, mindlessly, like, regardless of what the emotions are in the moment, because I think rationally, logically, I know it's right.
We've talked about the fact that in the two states you can be in, anyone can be in, emotional and rational, that by and large, your rational thought is always hijacked by the emotional thought.
Yeah.
So that's why it's emotional, it's not rational. So rationally, arguing that I've just got to do it, whatever I think, it's fine when you're in rational mode. But as soon as you become emotional, the switch will switch over and you'll want an emotional decision, which is to say, no. So
that's what I think is part of the magic of what we're doing, is that if we weren't recording this right now, then the emotional no gets a free rein. But doing this every day, it forces me to come back to the rational mode, even if I don't want to be there, which is part of why I think I have to keep doing this.
It's also about control, Anna, for me, in that as I'm listening to this, I'm party to this, I'm engaged in this, and I can say, well, hand over the publishing of YouTube to me, and I'll put it out there, and then you've got no emotional fallback to not do it. But that just gives control away. In the end, you've got to control it, which includes controlling the emotional response as well as the rational one.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you need to be there today or tomorrow. It's a long haul. But it could be that the Californian option helps you with all of this.
Yeah. Where I'm at is like, I don't know how to process that as an option. But I do know I have to keep doing what we're doing. And I think what I have to do is keep doing it, publish it, and just do it. Literally just do it and don't think about it.
What's to do it?
Record and publish, record and publish, record and publish.
Right. Okay. And are you saying in your rational state this morning, at some point, not necessarily sooner rather than later, but at some point, you're going to have to give airtime to the Californian option and make a decision?
No, I don't know about that, but
okay.
Maybe this is me rationalising a middle ground. I do think for both of us, we should probably enlist the help of some kind of eating disorder specialist as oversight. I do not want to lose what we're doing and our relationship. I want you to stay as my primary coach, but I think it would be sensible and responsible to find someone who I can meet with maybe every 2 weeks or Skype with every 2 weeks as a kind of just an oversight of someone that knows what they're knows eating disorders, because neither of us are experts.
Would you consider the person who did the TED Talk?
Yeah, I would actually. I hadn't thought about that, but she'd be perfect.
There's an action you could take today.
Yeah. So that action, I don't want to do it. I know it's necessary. So I think I just need a heading of don't think, just do, and that goes under it, and I do it today. And I would never. I know that's what has to be done. I know that in hindsight, in a month or 6 months, if I didn't do that right now, I would look back and think you should have done that right now. So that just has to be the dialogue the whole way along, and I just do it without thinking.
You've asked the question, why do I think my situation is different and that I will beat the odds?
Yeah.
Say something about that.
Why is it that I can listen to an eating disorder expert talk about eating disorders for 20 minutes, feel like she is describing my life verbatim, and then she quotes the stats that only 10% of people seek proper help, and then only 35% of them get proper help, and then only 70, basically stats that say if you don't get proper help, you're not going to get better, and that a phenomenal number of people die from things like this, whatever, all the terrifying odds. And somehow, even with all that, my response is, this doesn't apply to me. I can fix this myself, or we can fix this ourselves. Somehow I'm different. Why? What is that? Where does that come from? Like, who the fuck do I think I am that I'm somehow, after 18 years of proof that I can't fix myself, somehow, ugh.
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. I think you need to struggle on with it.
Yeah. Or maybe just put it in the don't think, just do box and go get professional today.